Hey guys, Dr. Huntington here, and we're going to look at 5 of the most nutritious vegetables that you can add to your diet. Okay, when we're looking at vegetables, we're looking for those that will give us plenty of vitamins and minerals and phytonutrients. Now, most of us are at least somewhat familiar with vitamins and minerals, and of course those are the nutrients that your body needs for healthy function, and vegetables are one of the best places to get them, particularly potassium. You see, there's a balance between sodium and potassium that your body needs to maintain in order for you to have good health. And for most people, this ratio in their bodies is way out of whack. Most people have much too much sodium and not enough potassium. You see, the sodium problem generally comes from eating too many processed foods, and the lack of potassium in the body is, well, it's a lack of vegetables in the diet. So most people are not eating anywhere near enough vegetables necessary to maintain the proper sodium to potassium ratio. And as I mentioned earlier, vegetables also contain something called phytonutrients. Phytonutrients are a group of nutrients that can only be found in plants. And studies have shown that these phytonutrients are not only important for good health, but they also play an important role in cancer prevention. So you want to consume lots of phytonutrients, and you can only get those from plants. Okay, so 5 of the most nutritious vegetables you could possibly eat. Well, I've got them right here. Number 1, not necessarily in this order because all 5 are awesome, but number 1 I've got here is broccoli. I put it number 1 because it's my favorite of these 5. I usually like to steam my broccoli. Eat it raw sometimes, but steamed is usually how I eat it with my meals. Brussels sprouts, incredibly nutritious. Cabbage, cauliflower, particularly. I like to mash my cauliflower, make a little cauliflower mash. The cabbage, I like to have that in coleslaw. And kale. Kale's an easy one because I can just throw that one in my salad. All right, so if you know your veggies, then you probably noticed that these are all part of the cruciferous vegetable family. And that's a family of vegetables that is particularly important for good health. Okay, so how do you eat these guys? As I mentioned earlier, eating your veggies raw is a great way, to make sure that you don't lose the nutrition during the cooking. Kale, as I mentioned, can be part of one of the greens in your salad. Cabbage can also be one of those greens, but you can also make coleslaw with it. The broccoli, raw or steamed, lightly steamed. Don't over-steam your vegetables because you'll lose a lot of the nutrition. And I do the same with cauliflower. And then Brussels sprouts, as I mentioned, they're a little more challenging because they're a bit hard. But there's plenty of simple recipes that you can pull up online to prepare your Brussels sprouts. All right, so there you go. Add some of these veggies to your diet and enjoy the rewards of good health.